Louisiana Beer Reviews Corona Premier. Alright, this was introduced in 2017, I think on a test market basis, and then early 2018 it was rolled out all across the United States. It's made in Mexico by Modelo, sort of Grupo Modelo, Cerveceria Modelo Nava, Mexico. And it's imported by Crown Imports, which is part of Constellation Brands. After the big Anheuser-Busch InBev acquisitions of 2018, as part of antitrust proceedings, the handling of Grupo Modelo brands in the United States was turned over to Constellation Brands. Although this is ultimately owned by Anheuser-Busch InBev. All right. This is obviously the canned version. There is the bottle version. Let me see if I can figure this out. No, I cannot. This was $2.98 for one can. Now at Racetrack they had a special. Buy 2 cans for $6. No, it was at Circle K. So that's no kind of deal. That's 2 cents more per can than this. And you had to buy 2 cans. So Walmart had a better deal. I bought this at Walmart this morning. As expected, the reviews on Beer Advocate, Rate Beer, and Untapped are very poor. They don't like it. I'm not saying I'm going to like it. I may not like it either. It's 4% alcohol, 90 calories, okay? So it's kind of like the Corona version of Michelob Ultra. Let's see. Well, that's a big thick head of foam in this Anheuser-Busch tasting glass, which I bought at the brewery. It's an etched bottom, so it gives a lot of bubble action. Clear straw appearance. Okay. There are a few video reviews at this point, March 2018. You may be watching this in January of 2029, but anyway. All right. The clear bottles may be skunked. I don't have a bottle. I saw a lot of bottles at Walmart. $8.58 for a 6-pack. And then they've got 12 packs and other varieties. It smells musty. Grainy, musty. It kind of reminds me of when I first got this hit. You might have noticed I jumped a little bit. Kind of like Beer 30 Light. Now I know they were not shooting for an aroma reminiscent of Beer 30 Light. That's what I got. All right, taste. They tried selling Beer 30 down here in 2010. It lasted about a month, and they had 30 packs for $10.99, which in Louisiana is very low. But 1 month and it was gone. That means nobody bought it. Same thing with Milwaukee Special Reserve Premium. $10.99, 30 packs. It was gone. People in Louisiana drink a lot. They don't drink the best. But even Louisianians have some cutoff point. And things like Beer 30 and Milwaukee Special Reserve and Big Flats 1901, they just don't make it here. This state is more of a Busch, Budweiser, Bud Ice, Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Lite state. That's what rules the roost here, okay? The taste. Well, I'm not talking about the taste because I'm not picking up much. But it's not Beer 30 Light in the taste. That will evidence very unpleasant things like grape drink and worse. But it does have that musty aroma. The taste is very watery and some undercurrent of corn. 7 IBUs, 4% alcohol. So 7 IBUs, forget bitterness, hop action, it's not there. thinking I know it's water, barley malt, yeast, and I do believe they said hop extract, and I think the adjunct is rice, or is it corn? I didn't write it down because I wasn't really paying attention to that. It was some adjunct, but it's like a flavorless additive, really, in this case, because the whole beer itself is remarkably flavorless. But there's nothing bad off about it. It's really exactly like it's designed. If you drink Michelob Ultra, it's the same thing. It's like, wow, there's nothing here. Why do they charge so much? It's like a premier, above premium product, and it's really a vacant. The only time I ever drank Michelob Ultra, that I really enjoyed it was I was so hot. It was so hot and humid. It was fiery hot in August or early September. It might have been late August, 2013, I think it was, at the Superdome. Then there was a tailgate party for a team at the Tulane game, the opposing team, Southeastern Louisiana University, and the athletic director was there, and he was telling me, "Hey, come on, drink over here." You know what? They knew me as being a booster, and so it was really refreshing in that unthinkably oppressive humidity. But in other cases like today where it's not that humid, I mean it's humid, like standard Louisiana humidity, but it's not too bad. And it's breezy and kind of cool. This doesn't really do much. I don't think Corona Light has a whole lot going for it. I do like Corona Extra now, I'll admit to that. And I like Corona Familiar, which is a little more, there's a little more richness and a little more body to it than the Corona Extra, and a little more IBUs. So, but this is okay if you're into the light beers. And I know people that love ultra, low carb, ultra light beers. Michelob Ultra Amber, Lime Cactus, this new Pure Gold, which I haven't tried yet. They love that kind of stuff. Love it. And I mean love it. They think it's so fabulous. I don't see that. I'm in my mind, I'm like, why do you like this? But those days of me trying to tell people, you don't know good beer, you don't know how to drink good beer, those days are over. They've been over since like 1999. It's kind of sweet. There's a faint, generalized grain flavor, as you would imagine. The body is a super light mouth, super light mouthfeel. The finish is very dry. It's like a Bud Light dryness. It's crisp. But they're saying on Beer Advocate, awful. It's not awful. It's just the style. Now, if you want to say, to me, for what I'm looking for, the style is extremely unappealing. Okay, to me it is too. But for the style, ultra light, it's exemplary. So for beer overall, it's kind of like water. How do you rate that? Good water though. Good Mexican water. But in the style, it's an A. It's the most excellent ultralight beer. And how many times a year would I want to drink one of those? 0 times a year. That's how many times I'd want to drink it. Never in my life do I ever want to drink an ultralight beer. But I understand that there's a market for it. There's obviously a huge market. Look what Michelob Ultra is doing. The sales are incredible. They're unbelievable. So Anheuser-Busch InBev says, well, let's tap into that Mexican market, see if people go for the premier. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. Whatever the case, I just told you what it was. So, Les Bon Temps Roulé, a great, fabulous, ultralight beer. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to Southeastern Louisiana.